Go where?
Go yourself, fella.
I'm on a public sidewalk, sir.
You go yourself.
Why is everybody here wearing face masks?
Free Palestine!
So if you look at the whole thing, there's nothing that's being breached right now.
It's not being enforced. We spoke to the police here tonight. We're surprised. We're shocked.
They're not 100 meters away.
It is not, and they are clearly provoking and clearly calling for genocide.
Are we in Thornhill, Ontario, Canada, or the Middle East? David Menzies for Rebel News here in Thornhill, Ontario. And folks, I'm just standing down the street from the Beth Abraham Yosef of Toronto synagogue. This synagogue is just about to host a real estate event. It's all about selling properties in Israel. And well, wouldn't you know it, the Hamas holes are not happy about that. They have issued on social media something that is kind of unintentionally funny. They say it's a call to mobilize. It really comes across as a call to lobotomize. And they are saying that the sale of these lands is, quote, systematic oppressive colonial practice to dispossess Palestinian owners, erase Palestinian autonomy, and forcibly displace Palestinians from their homeland, end quote. Palestine is not for sale. I wonder if Narnia is not for sale, or is the planet Vulcan perhaps not for sale? Would you believe the wonderful land of Oz, is that for sale or not? Or are the pro-Hamas types, are they only concerned about one fictional piece of real estate at a time? You no doubt notice our beautiful Jumbotron equipped truck behind me. Heck, it stands out like the proverbial Christmas tree, doesn't it? And the message we are sending is takebackourstreets.com. That's takebackourstreets.com. Are you as sick and tired as we are of the behavior in the streets of our great dominion these past 14 months? People chanting for genocide, people spewing anti-Jew hatred? Well then, go to takebackourstreets.com and sign the petition. But the question remains, when the event kicks off, will law enforcement do something about this disruption, or are they going to, much like the Toronto Police Service we've seen for 14 months, turn a blind eye and a deaf ear? Well, we're not in Toronto jurisdiction right now. This is the bailiwick of the York Regional Police. So maybe it's going to be more of the same, or maybe they are going to, well, you know, enforce the law. And make no mistake, folks, when you terrorize a place of worship like a synagogue, that is against the law, namely Section 176(2) of the Criminal Code of Canada. Quote, Section 176 makes it an offense to willfully disturb or interrupt an assemblage of persons met for religious worship, or to willfully do anything that disturbs the order or solemnity of such a meeting, end quote. And here's another factor at play, folks. There is a brand new City of Vaughan bylaw in place just to address this matter. Now, you might recall on this very same street, Clark Avenue, synagogues were terrorized by the pro-Hamas people back in March. And if you don't believe me, here, check out the footage.
Go to the other side!
No, we're not in Gaza. We're not under Sharia law, sir.
Other side!
They have every right to protest. They could do it at a peaceful place like City Hall, but not in front of a synagogue.
Your house? House is down there. What's your house?
Yeah, no, it's my house.
Okay, so what's not her house?
We are here because this place of worship has chosen to make their venue a real estate venue to sell illegally occupied land.
That led to a city council meeting in May in which a bylaw was proposed and approved. It's essentially a bubble zone. It basically says that vulnerable places, and that would include places of worship, you cannot be within 100 meters when you're doing a demonstration. And, you know, I guess the jury's out. Many people don't like the idea of bubble zones, be it a place of worship, a hospital, an abortion clinic. But the fact remains that is now a bylaw here in the city of Vaughan, which encompasses this part of Thornhill. Are the bylaw enforcement officers going to enforce that bylaw? The bylaw bans, quote, nuisance demonstrations, end quote, but it permits, quote, peaceful gatherings, protests, and demonstrations, end quote. And really, who makes the call? Is it the bylaw officers? Is it City Hall? Is it the police? I'm completely baffled by the wording of this bylaw in many respects, because this idea of protecting places of worship is already in the criminal code of Canada. Maybe you don't even need this bylaw. So that is the big question. Should the pro-Hamas people come to disrupt, get violent, trespass, vandalize, just like they did in March? Are the police and are the bylaw officers going to do anything? Well, let's go and find out. Well, folks, here we are outside the synagogue, and the first thing that I notice is that with the pro-Hamas people being across the street, that is less than 100 meters away from the synagogue. And by the way, the measurement doesn't go to the door of the synagogue. It is the property line, which is just a couple meters away from me. I'm with Mayor Weinstein of Israel Now, and Mayor, you told me off camera.
Muslims are protected in Israel. You're on the wrong side. Wrong side.
Wrong side. Jaywalk. Get hit by a car, bitch.
Of course. You're on the wrong side. You're on the wrong side.
Listen to them. They're ignorant. It's true what they say about them.
Oh my God.
You know, you need eyes in the back of your head. There are Hamas supporters popping up everywhere. But Mayor, you told me off camera that you spoke to the cops about this 100-meter bubble zone. This is a brand new bylaw that the city of Vaughan passed back in June. It was to address this exact situation of synagogues on Clark Avenue being harassed by the pro-Hamas types. This, as far as I can tell, is the first test of the bylaw.
It's not being enforced. We spoke to the police here tonight. We were surprised, we were shocked, because we were given assurances that 100 meters away, they're not even going to be close, maybe they'll be further down the street or up the street somewhere, but it is directly across from the Bayet, and I would estimate maybe that's 20 yards.
Just curious, officer, why is the 100-meter rule not...
I'm not going to answer any questions, please.
You're not going to answer any questions? Okay, then. How about yourself, officer? Can you tell me why the 100-meter bylaw is not being...
What the bylaw is?
It says a 100-meter...
What does it say, though? The whole bylaw.
Pardon me?
What does the whole bylaw say?
Well, I've got parts of it here.
Parts of it. So if you look at the whole thing, there's nothing that's being breached right now.
Including the 100 meters?
What's 100 meters? You have part of it. So if you look at the whole thing, unfortunately, nothing's being breached at the moment.
So can you tell me the exemption of the 100 meters? Because this is clearly not 100 meters, officer.
Okay, once again, if you have the whole bylaw, nothing is being breached. So we'll come back with the whole bylaw and we'll be fine.
Okay, I know the tangible number is 100 meters from the property line, and clearly that's being breached.
For what? What's 100 meters?
For a demonstration.
Okay, once again, you don't have the whole wording, but right now, nothing is being breached. And we're just here for public safety.
I'm trying to figure out how you interpret what's a nuisance demonstration versus a peaceful demonstration, and who makes the call? Is it bylaw? Is it the city? Or is it the police?
Well, it could be a combination of all the above, and maybe they're totally confused that when these Hamas Nazis call for the elimination of all the Jews, and they say from the river to the sea and other genocidal chants, and bring the red triangle, Hamas triangle, calling for our murder. They're confused about that.
How is this not a nuisance if they're across the
That's
synagogue?
where it is. They're not a nuisance right now. So
But
nothing's
they're
being
across the
reached.
synagogue.
What is the definition of a nuisance, officer?
Of a
Once again,
place of worship.
Okay.
And that's
Once
what
again,
this is.
nothing's being reached right now. We're just here for public safety,
Okay.
and we'll act accordingly.
What about section 176.2 of the criminal code that prohibits this kind of behavior outside a place of worship?
Once again, right now we're here for public safety. Nothing's being breached.
Okay.
It says
So in
it's-
other words, just so I understand correctly, it's not about enforcing the law, it's not about enforcing bylaws, it's about turning a blind eye and a deaf ear in the name of public safety. Is that correct?
Those are your words.
They're not 100 meters away.
It is not, and they are clearly provoking and clearly calling for genocide, which is illegal. And you mentioned the double standard. Yes, they've been saying from the river to the sea. That's clearly a call for genocide.
Sir, what brings you out to this demonstration? What point are you trying to make? I notice we're all masked up. Are you worried about COVID or is it monkeypox? How about yourself, sir? No. And you? Is it a cultural thing, maybe? No. Okay.
You're a racist prick. That's what you are.
Oh, what makes me racist?
I don't talk to birds.
You don't talk to birds?
Yeah, you're the biggest bird out there.
Oh, like Big Bird from Sesame Street?
Biggest bird.
If you're having a demonstration, isn't it incumbent upon you to identify why you're demonstrating?
I don't talk to biased reporters.
Okay, so I'm a racist, a bird, and a biased reporter. That's pretty much the triple play, isn't it, folks?
It is.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
So, hey, what brings you out to this demonstration, sir?
Oh, it's Ronald McDonald. Hey, Ronald.
Wow, what a night. Ronald McDonald, Big Bird, racist, and what was the other one? I can't remember all the slurs. But are you able to articulate yourself as to why you're here, sir, waving this flag?
You're the last person on the planet I'd like to speak to.
Okay. I can take a hint. Hi, sir. What brings you out to this demonstration?
Who are you?
I'm David Menzies with Rebel News.
Ah, you are who?
Yeah.
Are you David?
I am David Menzies. That's right, sir.
Yourself.
Oh, that's not nice.
Yeah, nice.
That's not very ladylike.
Nice. Here, go. Here, go.
Pardon me?
Here, go.
Go where?
Go yourself, fella.
I'm on a public sidewalk, sir.
You go yourself. Come on.
You know,
David, don't you know? I know.
so you don't know why you're here, sir. You can just...
Oh my God, he's not pressed, by the way. He's working in the basement from home. Walk away, yellow.
So you don't know why you're here then?
Don't touch. Go,
I didn't touch you.
Go.
No one is supposed to be on
What's that, ma'am? Sorry?
No one is supposed to be on the sidewalk.
Oh, really? Then why are you here?
You are not supposed to be on the sidewalk.
Oh, okay. Do you want me to move on to the wet ground here? Okay. Well, ma'am, can you tell me why you're here then?
Who are you?
My name's David Menzies with Rebel News.
Oh, we know Rebel News. We are not planning to engage with any conversation with Rebel News.
Go on Wikipedia and learn about the Geneva Conventions and learn about how an occupying power is not allowed to move its population onto land that it's taken over through a military seizure. And that's illegal. And Canada is a signatory to the Geneva Conventions, and that's the reason why we're here. So like I told you last time, stop deliberately being an idiot and saying this is about pro-Hamas. That's not what this is about.
Okay.
Do
you condemn Hamas, sir?
You're asking the wrong questions. Do you condemn the IDF?
No, but why do you not condemn Hamas?
So you don't condemn the IDF. Understood. The people are saying it. I don't need to say it. Have a good day, my man.
Free Palestine. Free Palestine. I can name that tune in 2 notes.
Free Palestine. Free.
I know what you're thinking, folks. Are we in Thornhill, Ontario, Canada, or the Middle East? Sometimes I have to pinch myself to figure that out myself.
Free Palestine.
Why is everybody here wearing face masks?
Free Palestine. Free Palestine.
You're very attractive.
A picture of me, you know.
Free Palestine! Free!
Is it COVID or monkeypox?
Free Palestine!
Man, what does the sign mean? Stop stealing land and focus on raising your sons to be good.
Free Palestine!
Oh, I thought you were done talking with me, sir.
I'm not talking, I'm just standing here.
Okay, just interfering with another interview then.
I guess so.
Okay, then. Palestine!
We're trying, folks. We're trying to get the other side of the story. Wanted for genocide against the Palestinians. What genocide do you speak of, sir?
Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine!
I feel like I'm interviewing Benjamin Netanyahu, but it's an optical delusion.
Free Palestine!
Oh, you're back, ma'am. I thought you didn't want to talk to me anymore.
Free Palestine. No one wants to talk to you. Didn't you notice that?
Why are you following me around to say that?
Yeah, because you are not allowed to be here, okay?
Oh, ma'am, I'm so sorry. We're under Canadian law, not Sharia law. Not yet, at least. I think I've seen this lady before. I know. It's Perini Scleroso from SCTV. Remember her?
Hello. Welcome to English for Beginners. I am your instructor, Lucille Hitzker, and today my guest is Perini Scleroso. Hello. Hello. Come in. Come in. Come in. Come in. Come in. Come in.
Is your name Perini Scleroso by any chance? Shh. The man is telling the woman not to speak, because that's how it's done in their homeland. Sir, you look Jewish to me. Why would you be on this side of the street?
Whoa. You don't go around there.
Well, they're shutting down the Jew. I guess it's better than killing him. What's that? Oh, look, hey, how's your brother doing?
Why are you allowed here?
Huh? Why? Because I'm in Canada.
Come, guys, come. If he's allowed here, we're allowed here. It's Canada. It's Canada. It's Canada.
Are you gonna steal Lincoln's cell phone like you did last time?
Grab my phone, man. What the fuck? Put your phone away. No, I just want to know why your boss said, "I'm a Jew, I'm your boss." What did that mean? I'm a Jew, I'm your boss. Your boss said that.
I want to know why you stole Lincoln's cell phone.
Why did your boss say? Your boss said to the inspector, "I'm a Jew, I'm your boss."
How are the child sex charges against your brother proceeding?
I'm your boss.
How are that proceeding?
I'm a Jew, I'm your boss. Not sure what that means.
I'm refusing to leave.
Why?
Because I'm a Jew, I'm a citizen, and I'm your boss. And I don't leave because you say Jews aren't allowed on the streets.
In the interest of keeping peace here and public safety, you're under arrest for breach of the peace. Take a minute.
Why did you steal Lincoln's cell phone?
Jew, I'm your boss.
No? You won't answer the question. Well, that's the question. Okay, no problem. Ma'am, why are you displaying an IRGC flag?
Because, David, Rebel News is a fake news.
No attention.
Rebel News is a fake
No
news.
attention. No attention. Have a great day.
Why are you displaying a terrorist flag?
Shame on you. Get him out of here. Shame on you. That's the flag of Iran.
No, that's the IRGC flag.
Flag of Iran.
No, it is the IRGC flag. You're not going to do anything about that?
That's the flag of Iran, sir.
The big picture is this. This is beyond Hamas versus Israel. You are looking at the forces of savagery versus civilization. And I'm going to prove that. We could barely get a coherent statement from these people. Let's cross the street. Let's go to the south side of Clark. I bet we're going to have far better luck having interviews there. I wonder why. I thought if you're going to have a demonstration, you want to articulate what it is you're demonstrating against, but it's no can do. What do you make of that?
Well, it's because they don't have any facts, they don't have any figures, they're fibbing. to be polite. They're making up things. They say there's a long history of Palestine, but that's ridiculous. We know there's 3,000 years of Jews in Israel.
One of the York Regional Police officers said you are not allowed to be on that side of the sidewalk. Why?
Well, they said I'm going to make trouble and this and that. I said I'm not even Jewish. I'm not Muslim. I'm not Palestinian. I'm not Israeli. Number one, Canada.
So the Canadian flag, which is absent on the north side of Clark,
it's not there.
Okay, and that was what was upsetting them?
That was upsetting them. Yeah, and they said, you better get out of here because we're going to arrest you. And I said, well, sir, I say, I have to obey the law. But now you're not obeying the law. You're telling me that I have to leave. That's not the law.
What do you make of this?
It reminds me of Europe. Both my parents were Holocaust survivors, and my grandparents were murdered in Auschwitz.
They're clearly breaking the new bylaw because they got a sign saying Zionism is evil. What if we had a sign saying Islam is evil? I bet you the Human Rights Commission would be on our buttocks quick as all get out, and the police would be saying, take that down because you're violating that. Well, if we were standing in front of a beautiful mosque, and that's cool. If somebody wants to be a Muslim, that's cool. Israel protects Muslims, gays, everyone.
This type of violence is going on, and the Jewish community understands that law enforcement is really not there for us.
Most Muslim people, 90% of Muslims are good people. They're oppressed in every single Islamic nation, in Iran and in Lebanon and in so-called Gaza. They're crushed down by their own government, and those governments are also attacking Jews and Christians and Hindus and gays and women.
Got a man right here. What's up? Exactly. You know where, buddy. Fine, what? Come on, that's something. Come over here. The pussy's like one of the women, right?
The guy just trying to come up to
like one of the women, right? What's up, right here? You're exactly.
I only went up to you, you f***ing woman.
Pussy. Bro, f***ing loud when you got 15 cops out, right?
Pussy.
Yeah. Palestine. Palestine mother. You not f***ing mother. Yeah, suck my f***ing dick, pussy. Fuck out of here.
Well, folks, there's a breakaway group of a few dozen pro-Hamas people. They came down this side street. It looks like they were trying to get into the synagogue via the back entrance. It didn't go that well for them. Law enforcement quickly followed them, and their attempts at getting in via the back door were quickly thwarted.
You guys are fake refugees. Leave this country. Get to the road. Losers.
Well, folks, the pro-Hamas people were camped out on somebody's private property. I don't know why that was being tolerated, but finally there were some negotiations that we weren't privy to, and they are being chased back to the north side of Clark Avenue. And really, it's more indication, I think, it's all about keeping the peace, whatever that means now, and not really about law enforcement. But if their goal was to get into the synagogue here through the back entrance, it was clearly thwarted. And the show, the real estate show that is, it is going on. Well, folks, a different police service, same result, basically. What did we learn here tonight? Well, for starters, the York Regional Police, it's not about enforcing the law. It's about keeping the peace, whatever that means these days. And when I say enforcing the law, I mean Section 319 of the Criminal Code, which prohibits chants for genocide. I mean Section 176.2 of the Criminal Code, which prohibits demonstrating at a place of worship. But they're clearly doing it. Secondly, this bylaw, talk about a toothless tiger. The very first facet of this bylaw is the fact that a nuisance protest has to be 100 meters away from a vulnerable institution, such as a place of worship like this synagogue. I don't even see a single bylaw officer here. Maybe about half a kilometer away from all the action, I finally found some bylaw officers. So let's go ask them, why aren't they enforcing that brand new bylaw? Hey guys. Hi, officer. I was just wondering, are you guys going to enforce the new bylaw? Hi. How about you, ma'am? Is this not amazing? This is bylaw. The 100-meter law is clearly being broken. Meanwhile, they're about, 600 meters away from all the action. And they are just sitting in their truck in the heat. Oh, by the way, speaking of bylaws, I think Vaughan has that 1 minute idling law. I know Toronto does. So they're kind of breaking their own, carbon footprint climate change bylaw. But he will not lower the window. They are looking straight ahead like I'm invisible. Officer, can you please tell me why you're not writing tickets for the bylaw? Your tax dollars hard at work. You know what, folks? Tomorrow I'm going to follow this up with the city of Vaughan, and I'm going to ask them a simple question. If you don't plan to enforce your bylaws, why ratify them in the first place? Pathetic. Folks, we're just sick and tired of the anti-Jew hatred that's happening in Canada. Is this really the Dominion of Canada in 2024 or Nazi Germany in the 1930s? If you feel like we do, please go to takebackourstreets.com. That's takebackourstreets.com. Sign the petition. Make your voices heard.